Hey there, it's Brittany. Welcome back. If you've been watching my channel recently, you knew that I did an inspiration challenge and it got me in gear. I was in such a slump, and Wendy Whitman from A Bead on a Wire decided that she would join me in the inspiration jewelry challenge, and it really got me going. I hadn't made jewelry in about 3 weeks, but it set me on fire. So in my most recent jewelry making video, and I'm going to put some stuff in front of the camera so you're not bored to death. You might have seen that I was thinking about doing a challenge for myself, the 100-day challenge. I've never done one of those, and they're kind of intimidating, but I think I'm going to join, or I'm going to start one for myself. They're not really joining with anybody. And I'm going to do 100 days of bracelets. I think that'll keep me accountable, and it will keep me really motivated to keep going. Right now I'm entering a very busy time of year, and I'm gonna need to remind myself over and over to take time for myself from my day job, and I'm gonna be moving. I'm going through a lot of stressful things right now, and I think this will really help me. So I'm not going to make 100 bracelet videos, but I will be making 100 bracelets over the next 100 days. So if I miss a day, then maybe I'll do 2 in a row, but I'm going to really try hard not to miss a day. So I'm going to start the first day with you, and I might check in every few days and show you what I've made, or I'll put them in my finished jewelry videos. But you guys know I love stretch bracelets. They're not all 100 aren't going to be stretch bracelets, but I'm starting off. I mean, my last 3 videos had a bracelet in it, so I'm the bracelet girl. So I'm gonna make a bracelet using some of these beads. I just got these from Pam at her shop name is Bead Temptation. She sells on Facebook. I love her beads. These are amazing. They're zebra shell beads. These all of these are from Christine Whitestyle, and I've had these in my stash. I believe they're from Fire Mountain Gems. I got them years ago. So I really wanted these 2 colors together, and I wanted to break them up with some gold. So I don't know which ones of these I'm going to be using yet, but I'm just going to make one bracelet. I'm not making a set unless I change my mind, because you know I love turquoise. But yeah, we're just gonna go from here. I'm gonna grab a bead mat and I'll be right back. Okay, so I grabbed a bead tray. I for sure want, these are gonna be the focal. I think I'm only gonna use a couple of these. These were kind of expensive for my normal bead buying. These were kind of expensive. They're so gorgeous. I wish I would have bought more, but I think she only had the 2 strands. So I think I'm gonna start with 3. We can see if I want more. I actually really want this one. And I like that one. And that one's good too. So I'll put the others off to the side. I'm thinking I want these as the buffer, but it depends on which turquoise I end up using. So these are whoppers, man. These are some big beads. They're very heavy, so I don't know that they'd be great on a bracelet, maybe better on a necklace, but they're so gorgeous. Now, they're a little shade off of these beads, but you can see they're smaller. I wish I had my bead, what's the word, sizer, caliper near me, but I don't. So I kind of want to use the big ones. I don't know. All right, let's see if I can find my bracelet needle. I'll find my bracelet needle, and then we'll see what they look like all together. Okay, so I cut apart both strands, and it's so funny how different these look and how much I like both of them. So here's the one with the smaller. I did 3 zebra beads, 2 wood beads, and then 3 turquoise. So that's what they look like. And surprisingly, all these beads except for the wood beads have kind of small holes. And then I'll show you what it looks like with the larger turquoise rondelles. So I really like both ways. However, this one's going to be pretty chunky, and I doubt I'll wear it that much. I think that would be a better necklace, and maybe I'll make one to match, but this is about my 100-day bracelet challenge, so If I end up making a necklace, I will, but we'll see. We'll go from there. So I'm just going to go until it's long enough, and then I'm going to put 2 more of these on. I have my ruler right here. So as you've seen in my other videos, you make bigger, chunkier bracelets longer than you normally would to make up for the amount of space the beads are taking up around your wrist. So right now it's about 4.5 inches. I'm probably going to make this one 7 3/4 because these beads are so chunky. And my wrist's about 7 1/4, 7.5. Depends on the day. Oh, these are so pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, guys. I'm making a necklace to go with this. It's gonna happen for sure. But I'm just so happy that I'm like into making jewelry again. Like I didn't know if it was gonna come back. Okay. So here we go. I'm kind of zoomed in. I'll zoom out a little bit. Or at least to lift up my tripod a little bit. Don't want you to see the hot mess that is my coffee table outside of the camera scope here. Camera's view. So there we go. We'll keep going. Right now we're at 7 inches. How many beads? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I'm going to do one more blue bead. Oops, we're going this way. I had one viewer tell me that I whisper, and I know I whisper. Sometimes I do it for comedic effect, but sometimes I am actually talking to myself. Okay, so here we go. Let me see if I can. Sorry, I'm doing this outside of the. Yep, exactly 7 3/4. There we go. So it's on my bracelet needle. I normally, honestly, this bracelet's so heavy, I would go with 1 millimeter cord. These are going to be really hard to string on 1 millimeter cord without a beading needle because they're hollow. So your stretch cord is going haywire in the middle. It was hard for me to even get the beading needle lined up. But the reason I'm not using 1 millimeter cord, even though I have it, is because it's going to be hard for me to drag the needle and then the cord bead in doubled back through all of these beads if it's 1 millimeter. And I know it's only 0.2 millimeter more than the 0.8 millimeter cord that I'm going to use, but believe me, it'll make a huge difference. So I hooked my needle onto my stretch cord. I do want to say I've read the reviews and they're horrible for these needles. Honestly, I use them all the time, but I alter my needles, so that's why, like, the reviews are horrible because people say that the hook snaps off. Well, I always make sure that the hook is pressed down. I squeeze it so it's tighter than how it comes factory made. I think that's what helps my hooks stay, not breaking. Gives longevity to my hooks. So if you see this, I'm really trying, because these holes are smaller than normal. I'm really squeezing these on here. What's going to happen eventually is, since this is sharp, it might snap the cord, so you have to be careful. I've done this literally hundreds of times, so I'm used to it, but somebody who hasn't used a needle like this before needs to be careful. And see, that's what happens. I don't think, oh, the cord did break. Okay, so that's why we don't use the cord in the bracelet later on. So, oops, let's undo that, get this back on, and you can see the hole. It takes a minute for this to get through because it's hollow. Okay. Now, we might have to just do this by itself without putting it, because it's giving extra stress on the stretch. The hole is just not big enough to get all three of these things, like the 2 cords and the needle, through at the same time. So I'm going to pull again, and if it doesn't work, oh, it worked. Now we have to do it 2 more times. So, sorry, it's not the prettiest thing in the world. but the bracelet will be. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to cut off this part because it's no longer structurally sound. I say that every time, but I'm saying it again because it's important. Cut that off before you make your bracelet. So then we have, I'm going to measure this on my wrist. Just make sure it's not too big because it looks huge. Oops, and I just dropped my stretch cord. Okay, I think it'll be okay, and if it can be more like a bangle and that moves around instead of a stationary stretch bracelet. So as you guys know, I clip my cord, and I always pre-stretch my bracelets. If you haven't seen one of my videos before, it's because stretch cord stretches out. Just so you know, I will always say that in a video that I'm making a bracelet, because I don't want somebody to watch one of my bracelet videos for the first time and not understand what I'm doing. So, and then I go ahead and I tie a knot. So 1, 2, 3. And I feel like the owl from the Tootsie Roll Pop commercial. How many licks does it take? Oh my God, guys, look at this. It's my new favorite bracelet. Okay, definitely making a necklace. Stay tuned for my next finished jewelry video, because hello, this bracelet is amazing. Pam, if you ever watch this video, I need to know if you have more of these beads, because my subscribers are going to want them, and I want them. I'm thankful. Like, this is goopy. I need to clean this glue up, but I don't have time right now. So I put 1 drop. Okay, I gotta make time, because that's not good. Let's see, I have some paper. So I'm just gonna clean it off this is from a different store, but I'm gonna clean it off by grabbing the glue. And then we're gonna take the glue and put it on both sides. I'm gonna pull this tight again. Both sides of the knot. And then I'll let that dry for 5 minutes. Put the cap back in the glue. And we're going to pretend like it's been 5 minutes. Grab the tails, and I always snip them about a quarter to 1/8 of an inch away from the knot. And then I slide the knot into a bead. Now, these beads, there's no way this bead or this bead would be able to hold this knot. Well, actually, this bead might be able to hold the knot. I'm gonna know this bracelet's for me. If I was making this bracelet for somebody else, I probably would have hidden it in a knot over here, or the knot in a bead over here, just because these are thinner beads. But holy moly, it's so simple, but it's so striking. Those stripes kill me. I love these beads. Like, I've been obsessed obsessed with them since I opened the package. I mean, granted, I opened the package like 3 hours ago, not even, but yeah, that's the fastest I've made something out of something I just got in the mail today ever. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're excited to join me on this 100 bracelet challenge journey I'm about to start. And like I said, don't worry, I'm not going to force 100 bracelet videos on you, but I will be doing check-ins. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.